Hey guys, Joe Nichols the Mountain Man here, and you're watching Arkie Outdoors, and today I'm back out my micro food plot. Alright guys, hey, I'm back here at the micro food plot. We're going to call this food plot number 1. There's a couple more we're going to take care of in the future. Anyway, I've got everything I need to plant this today. We're going to get started right now. Alright guys, so this is going to be a simple way of doing this. I do have a tractor with a tiller, but the tiller got damaged last year building the food plot. That's why I'm doing a non-till food plot this year. And I actually did a non-till food plot last year as well, because I did break it in the process. So anyway, I'm just going to show you, you don't have to have a whole bunch of fancy tools. I mean, there are things that probably would grow better if it was drilled in the ground, like soybeans and corn, but since I don't have a drill, we're going to broadcast everything. And I do have a push spreader and a pull behind the four-wheeler spreader and all that. But on these little micro plots, one of the things I like to do, I just have a little bag that hangs around my neck, and you just crank it, and I just mix all my seeds in a bucket, and so it gets a pretty even mix. And I'm gonna do that right now. I'm gonna show you exactly how I do it. I got 10 pounds of ryegrass, so I'm going to put about half of that in here and see where that gets me. Looks like half to me. Also got some purple top turnip greens. I did 3 pounds of these, so I'm gonna mix about half of those in there, and we're gonna see how that does. I did 2 kinds of clover. This is the crimson red. Seems like the deer really like this. I'll put these out every single year. So this is a white clover. I don't really know the name of it. I'm gonna spill it out on me. The seeds are real little, and it don't take a whole lot. It really goes a long ways. All right, these are oats. Like I said, I plant a lot of different stuff in here. I've been doing this every year for probably 10 or 15 years. And these are Australian winter peas. Australian winter peas. All right, now that I got everything in there, I just like to go in and just mix it all together. I used to spread these individually, and sometimes I still do if I'm wanting, like next to the blind, I want like more Australian winter peas closer to the blind, or more turnips for like later season. Ryegrass, I cover the whole thing with it. Clovers, I usually put closer to the blind if I'm gonna, do just clover, but I found that it works really well. It kind of just makes it more consistent throughout the food plot if I just put it all in there together. All right. Just about perfect. All right guys, so I realize I have a bag spreader that makes it a little bit easier for spreading. Before I had that, I actually done this by hand. So I want to show you how I do that, just in case you don't have a spreader. All right guys, I feel like I left out a couple of points on the micro food plot for beginners. The last video when I was here, when I mowed it down. I leave all the native grass around, all the way around. Everything I can, I leave it as thick as I can. The reason why I do that is it gives those deer kind of comfort. I've literally watched deer walk in to the food plot, stop on the edge, and come in when everything is open, if they feel safe. But when you got native grass, stuff they're used to all around, and it's just kind of right in the middle, it's almost hidden from everything. And they just kind of slip in here, and most of the time, they won't even look. They'll just walk right on in and come on in. Now, if they smell rat or kind of see movement or something, they may stop and look, see what it is, try to figure it out. But most of the time, they'll just walk right on in, and they'll just come on in there and come in and start feeding. And so that's why I do that. I wanted to bring that point up. I didn't do that last time, and I feel like I failed to mention that. So anyway, hopefully that helps. And I got a few more tips I want to share on the next food plot. One other point I wanted to bring out is minus my gas to get here and my lawnmower gas cutting this, I literally spent $40 and I planted 2 different kinds of clover, a crimson clover, a white clover. I planted oats, I planted Australian winter peas, I planted ryegrass, I planted turnip greens. I did not get rape, I forgot to get rape. I don't always plant that anyway. It seemed like I have hit and miss years. There's a few other things that I planted in the past I didn't plant this year, but I mean, that's 5 or 6 different things. That's gonna be a lot for them to munch on. There's a lot of draw to the green fields, especially early season, and then probably, I'm gonna say late November through February, these food plots really become active. Anyway, I just wanted to mention that I did build this food plot for, I mean, counting gas and everything, probably 50 bucks. And so it's not expensive. You don't have to have a bunch of fancy tools to get out and do this. And so I just wanted to bring that up. Almost anybody can build a food plot like this. All right, guys, one other thing I want to do while I'm here. This is September 1st. It's been a couple of weeks since I made the last video when I mowed this. I want to go ahead and start getting this blind kind of put back together and get the brush kind of in front of it. All right, I feel like that's going to be pretty good. I know it's still open kind of in the front, but it is darker back in there. I do have some overhanging limbs, and I got to have shooting lanes, so I want to make sure I leave it open enough that I can get a shot in there. All right, guys, that's all for today's video. I hope you guys found this helpful and maybe a little bit entertaining. If you guys like it, hit the subscribe button, give me a thumbs up and share. Guys, I love you. I'll see you on the flip side, and maybe I'll see you somewhere in the woods.